Hey everybody, welcome back to the garage. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please go ahead and click on subscribe and also click on the bell to receive all the updates and activities on my channel. So for today's project, we're going to be replacing the alternator in that 2005 Jeep Liberty. The electrical side of it is still good, but what it is, the noise, the bearings on it are bad and it's causing a lot of noise while it's running. So what I'm going to do is we're going to show you the steps as far as removal and replacement, and also a couple quick tips as far as what you can do to identify the noise coming off of the devices on the front end, whether it be a power steering pump, alternator, idler, tensioner, stuff like that. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and get started and go ahead and start identifying the noise on this Jeep. All right, guys, so this is the 2005 Jeep Liberty. This is the 3.7 V6. If you're an owner with a CRD or a 4-cylinder, you can use this as a general troubleshooting guide, but as far as removal and replacement, obviously it's going to be different from the V6. So as far as identifying noises, what you can do before taking anything apart, while it's running, what you can do is you can take a screwdriver and essentially you can basically put it on any device like the alternator, the AC compressor, the power steering pump, the water pump, the idlers down there, and basically you're gonna put this on the device, and all you can do is put your ear to the end of the screwdriver, and what will happen is if the device is making noise, the noise will be transmitted through the screwdriver to your ear, and basically you can tell which ones are bad. So I already know that the alternator is bad. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna release the tension on the belt. We're gonna remove that, and what I'll show you is the noise on the alternator, and then we'll go ahead and the process of removing it. All right, so the first thing you need to do is you're gonna take a 15mm socket and a breaker bar, and you're gonna put it on the tensioner pulley, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna rotate it clockwise, and what you're gonna see is it's gonna take the tension off the belt, and then you can pop the belt off the drive assembly. So why don't we go ahead and do that now, and we'll go to the next step. All right, so now with the belt removed, what we're gonna do is we're gonna spin the alternator, and this is the device that's making all the noise. And you can probably hear it. You can hear it squeaking. You can hear it rumbling. You know, that alternator is definitely bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and replace that as well. So what you can do is while you're down here, you can rotate the other pulleys on the other devices, see how they sound, right? And generally, if there's a bad bearing, you're going to hear it just like you heard on the alternator. You know, so for the most part, everything else is pretty quiet. So, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to remove the idler and the tensioner and look at those as well, because I have a feeling those are bad also. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you want to remove the negative side of the battery cable, and that's held on by a 10mm bolt. So all you can do is just loosen that up and then remove the strap. Next thing you want to do is you want to gain access to the wiring, and so what it is on this one, there's just 2 spring clips. It's going to be remove that, and then on the back of the alternator, which is right here, so you can get that out of the way, there's another spring clip, and what you do is you're just going to squeeze it, and then it comes off. All right, so the wiring is held on to the stud by a 13mm nut. Go ahead and take that off, and then you can put the wiring to the side. And then the alternator is held on by 3 fasteners, another 13mm bolt, a 15 in the front right there, and then there's another 15 right here. So why don't we go ahead and remove those 3 fasteners and get this alternator out of the Jeep. All right, so after about 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes, the alternator is out. Couldn't be easier. These Jeeps are really relatively easy to work on. So while we're doing this job, what we're also gonna do is we're gonna replace the pulley on the tensioner and also the pulley on the idler. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spin it. You can hear that one's bad as well, and this is the idler. That one sounds okay, but you know what? We're already halfway in it, so we're just gonna go ahead and do it. So these are both held on by a 15mm bolt. Go ahead and remove those now, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring them to the parts store. All right, so just came back from the parts store. So what you want to look out for is when you go to get your replacement alternator, check the plug on the back of the alternator. because there are two type of alternators. There's one with a square plug, and then there's the oval one. This one's the oval, so obviously it's the right one. So make sure you get the right one. It takes 5 seconds to check it while you're in the parts store. Save yourself a trip and the headaches. And as far as the pulleys, what you want to do is bring the pulleys with you. Make sure they're the same diameter. They may be a different style, but that's fine. But what you want to do is check the hardware that from the original one. You know, those are the old ones. Put down a new one, make sure it fits, and it's not going to do an interference. Same thing on the idler. You know, that's the original hardware for it. Put down the new one, make sure it fits, and there's no interference. So do that all in the parts store. Make sure that they're giving you the right parts before you walk out that door, and should be all set to go. All right, so let's get back over to Jeep and start putting this thing back together. All right, so as you saw, installation went pretty well. Very easy to do. Got the routing on the belt the right way. So one easy way to know the routing on the belt is basically, you know, you have groove pulleys, then you have smooth pulleys. Essentially, looking at the belt, see if it's grooved, the belt's going to go around it, and if it's smooth, the belt is going to go on the outside of it. And just looking at it, you can figure out the routing on the belt pretty quickly. Last thing you want to do is put the negative cable back on the battery, and what we're going to do is we're going to start it up and see how we did. And then what we'll do is we're going to check for voltage at the battery, make sure it's producing more than 14 volts. So let's get you situated. Let's go start it up. Nice and quiet, a lot better than it was before. So what we're doing is just bring it over to the battery. All right, so we're in good shape. Using the multimeter across the battery, we got more than 14 volts, which is right where we need to be. So that's it, guys. Pretty easy to do, not that hard. Fairly straightforward. If you add the parts, you can really have this thing in and out probably within 15 minutes, including getting the tools out of the toolbox. So if there's any questions, concerns, thoughts, whatever, go ahead and leave them in the comments box. If you like what you saw, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you like the video, go ahead and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day. See ya.